We start at the eviction at that homeless camp here at home. For the last 6 hours, police have been working with leaders and community there to close the encampment and move people out. And that's been going on pretty much all afternoon and evening. It will take as long as it takes for people to be able to go with dignity to a shelter or to the camp that many set up just 3 blocks away this afternoon. More than 100 people had been living there for months, and the city says it's still trying to get folks shelter if they want it. But Sammy, I know you learned today not every person in that camp wants to go to a shelter, right?
That's right, Jana. We connected with 3 different Minneapolis shelters today who all said the same thing. They told me that while they're busy because people are trying to escape the cold, they did not see a spike in people using their services despite that closure.
As people move their belongings from one block to another, shelter beds in Minneapolis are still empty.
The Salvation Army Harbor Light has partnered with the Hennepin County and a number of other shelters to implement warming centers.
Delina Harper is the executive director here. She says she hasn't seen an uptick
I have not.
of people using their services despite the massive encampment closure.
Having been an experienced homeless myself personally, I totally understand. Because Harbor Light is a low barrier shelter, we allow people in experiencing many different experiences, whether it's substance abuse issues, mental health issues. And so people kind of, I don't want to say tolerate, but there's a lot that they might have to experience staying here, unfortunately, being a part of the community.
And we feel forgotten. You know, we are still humans too, you know.
Residents at Nenekasi tell us there's a lack of shelters that make them feel safe. Here, they feel supported.
And we are trying to make it. Camp Nikasi has given me a home. It has given me a family.
The city, Hennepin County, and various nonprofits say they've been working for months to find more permanent housing for residents. The county says it has worked with 115 households in the camp and connected them with resources over the past 3 months.
We've been fighting for this healing center to help our people in recovery, to help them through the stages, meeting them where they're at.
But encampment founder Nicole Mason says resources need to be more mindful of Native culture. Avivo Service Director John Tribbett would agree.
Mostly we're helping support people as this camp is being evicted.
He and his team have been doing outreach for years. He says relocation isn't a solution.
I think if encampment eviction was a viable solution to people experiencing unsheltered homelessness, we would have solved the problem 6 years ago. And we continue to see encampment displacement. We know that it disrupts our ability to connect with people and get them into either shelter space or housing.
A city spokesperson said in a statement that dangerous conditions are what led to the closure. They said that only within the past 4 months, the encampment has been the site of a fatal shooting, a drug overdose death, sexual assault, and more than 100 911 calls. They said they have spent hundreds of hours trying to prepare for today and getting residents in touch with help. Jana.
And that's the really hard part about it, right, Sammy? It's like a lose-lose situation. The city is saying, here's our reasons. Those people who call it a community and a home are saying, but this is where we live.
Yeah, you know, a lot of folks have talked about that. You know, family is in this camp for them. They're not going to go anywhere. And I think a lot of the shelters, they told me that they can kind of understand the reasons why people aren't coming to them.
All right, thanks so much, Sammy. We appreciate it.